Welcome back to Glow Up or Get Out. I am one half of the podcast, Sam.
And I'm the other half, Mel.
And today, we are just going to keep the ball rolling with this relationship sex vibe that we've been on.
Apparently, we're going on for some Call Her Daddy vibes in the early stages of their podcast.
Don't know why.
But, it is what it is.
It's just an interesting topic right now.
Yeah.
That makes it sound so bad.
It's like right now.
Like right, not for any particular reason. It just sounds fun. I feel like we've talked about a lot of serious things. But personally, like, I've been listening to Ask Nick a lot. Well, I guess that's not what his podcast is called. The Vile Files.
The Vile Files, yeah.
Which is Nick Vile from The Bachelorette. He was on.
Yeah.
And Love Island.
And Love Island.
Bachelor in Paradise, I think. I can't fully remember. It was a long time ago. But he's from that franchise. But I love his podcast.
It's really good.
He's like one of the girlies with the advice he gives.
If you love like relationship advice type podcasts, I would definitely recommend his podcast. Because not only does he also like bring on people that are famous and celebrities to talk about relationships, but he also does like the Ask Nick series where he has callers call in and
have a question, ask
it's
for
a
advice.
mess, I gotta say.
And they're not all about love. Some of them is like friendship or like, you know, familial. Some things are like role specific. It's interesting. But anyway, so maybe that's why we're on a roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, so today's episode is going to be about sexting.
And of course, nudes.
Yeah. I mean, you can't talk about sexting without nudes. So we
Solid.
Don't really know where
I don't
this
really know where it's
conversation's
gonna
going to go.
Yep.
But we did cut out a clip from last week's episode that Mel shared, and she's going to share it again because it was just too good to not be on the internet. It's really funny.
I don't really want it on the internet, but
there's a lot of things I didn't want on the internet in the last one either.
But here we are. I guess it's compromise or whatever in this relationship.
I feel like it's just like, I hope no one takes anything like too personally, like especially our like young love episode or whatever. It's just
silly. It's dumb. Like we were children.
It's just our experiences.
Even now, I feel like whatever like shit happened, it happened.
Yeah.
Like we're clearly not devastated.
No.
And like life moves on.
Because you can't. Yeah, you can't be. What, are you going to be devastated forever?
Also, don't take it personal. Like it's also like just our experiences, you know?
Yeah.
Because I have gotten clocked for shit I've said. And it's just... It's fun. It's real fun, I gotta say.
I do not want to get clocked, but it's just part of the program, I guess. So let's get into the program.
All right.
Sexting. I guess let's start.
Wait.
What? Oh, how was your
flow.
week? I forgot. First off, how was your week?
Me like waiting, like
you're like asking.
You gonna ask me? I guess like this last week. What did we do? I don't know. I feel like my fucking therapist. So today's Tuesday. We're like filming on a day that's like an off day.
It's technically earlier than the week would be ending for us.
Right. So I'm trying to like backtrack to like last week, and I'm just like, what? I guess it was like the same as the last episode, right?
I mean, it would be that last week, but Thursday and on.
Yeah.
Was like a fun weekend because it was basically just the weekend after that.
I just hung out, had a good time, did very like low key things again, I would say. Like, I mean, we did like go to like a flea market and like an open house, but I feel like it was just like that same vibe of like that one week where we came back to the podcast and we were like, it was so like fun and like very kick back, like very high school go with the flow kind of vibe. I feel like the weekend was the same way. Like I had a movie night with my friends and it was just a good time.
Love that.
Just trying to truck along, you know? Life hits you with rejections and you just gotta keep going.
Life truly does.
I gotta say, it's been a lot of rejection. And I would like for it to lessen.
Uh-huh.
But I clearly have no jurisdiction over that.
But you know what? That means you're just putting yourself out there a lot. Maybe more than usual. And that's why you're getting
I was like listening to videos about like failure. It was a TED talk about failure and how like failure is like the best thing that can happen to you. And I'm like, okay, but like it's been like 6 or 7 times now.
Girl.
So like, when is it gonna flip around? I'm ready for the coin to flip.
Fact.
Like, I get it. Like, I thoroughly understand like the purpose of everything, and like maybe I can't see so far into the future of like what's about to happen for me, but it's just like
In the moment,
it's fucking frustrated when I'm really frustrated when I just like continuously have like nothing but failure and rejection. I feel like, you know, university, you gotta like even it out a little bit, just a little, just a tad.
Message from Melissa.
Just a tad.
Give me some wins. Give me some wins.
But yeah, anyway, how was your week?
Again, spent the weekend with you, so a lot of the same. I will say, my neighbors, I came home on Saturday night after hanging out with them, but I will say my neighbors keep having fucking parties and I get no invite. Not that they
Which
know
ones?
who I
The one back
am. On the hill. So like that long driveway right before that like thing.
Yeah.
So that long driveway, and I followed somebody all the way from the freeway to the party because that's where I live. I couldn't help it. And I was like, very interesting. I feel like they're like high schoolers though. So I'm like, I don't even want to be there. It's totally
Let's just
fine.
fucking show up.
I'm like, Mel, they're raging tonight. Let's go.
What are they gonna say? Like, who do you know here?
I come up the hill. I'm like, got a noise complaint. It's me. I'm the neighbor complaining.
You're like, give me something to drink or I'm complaining.
I will call the police right now. Y'all look underage.
Probably are.
That is so bad. Okay, no. But anyways, so Saturday, some people were raging, but I had the house to myself. Speaking of the topic
What?
of nudes and sexting, took a couple pics. Why not? Because we had just bought that. We went thrifting earlier in the week, and I bought like this. It's giving
Giving like moo moo, but but it's cute.
but it's open.
You can like
It's like a snap. That sounds so
Like,
not
wait, what?
sexy at all.
it's giving like,
Regardless, it's like 50s housewife.
Yeah,
She's wearing
she's-
pajamas under,
but like there's like a little like
little frill at the top ish.
it's like what you wear on top of. I feel like Audrey Hepburn wore something like it in
Yeah.
Breakfast at Tiffany's. Like it's just like a short sleeve, kind of like a little robe situation that you kind of just like tie over like your pajama. I don't know what the fucking purpose was, but it's cute.
Anyways,
But you said let's just
speaking of
turn
the
it up
topic,
a
I said
notch.
let's run it. If people are gonna be partying up there, and I got the house to myself, fine. Did they come out good? Maybe. So. We're just getting back into the game, okay?
You're just getting some practice.
I'm getting some warm-ups in. It was chill. Went to Boot Barn.
Didn't get any boots.
Didn't get boots. I fell in love with some blue ones, but I want them for Coachella, and for Coachella, I don't think I will break them in time.
Coachella's
So
literally next week.
yes, so I don't think it would have been worth it to spend $200, even $150, and then not be able to like fathom wearing them.
But also, like, I don't recommend
Like brand new boots.
brand new boots because it's dusty.
Yeah,
And especially the
Suede.
blue ones were like suede.
that's what I was
They
saying.
were
too.
beautiful. If you got the leather, I would be like, yeah, that's fine,
Yeah.
because you could just clean them up after.
My
but
mom was like, you wouldn't sit on the floor with the blue ones. I was like, no, I wouldn't. Because I can't like
yeah, you can't like put your
foot on the ground. Anyways,
well.
besides the point. It was a decent weekend since we didn't really have a whole week in between.
Yep, good time.
Hoping, well, today is the day that last week's episode came out, so hopefully we don't have any problems.
What do you mean?
Like, nobody wants to come and be like, you know, insert themselves.
I'm telling you, we're gonna get clocked, but it is what it is. You know,
What are they gonna do?
what are you gonna do besides probably message me and say, hey, why are you talking about me? But like, no one knows it's you, so you're just telling on yourself.
I'll be like, it wasn't about you.
Again, if I said something about you, no, I didn't.
Per-
For your own sake. I mean, I don't mind embarrassing myself, but like,
it's honestly just embarrassing for us.
if you want to embarrass yourself too, come on. I invite you over.
come on in, let's Skype.
Anyway.
Anyway, so into le topic. Sexting. Let's take it back to the beginning, like middle school.
Middle school.
Yes.
True.
Yes, middle
What
school.
the fuck was I doing?
It was like boys pushing it for sure.
Yeah, literally, boys would push that shit.
Because girls were never like.
It's so funny though.
Things.
I vividly like remember.
I'm scared.
Like doing like little stupid sexting with this boy that I liked.
Oh,
and
what
then,
does this mean?
And then literally him, like we would call each other, be like, "You want to talk?" on the phone, and then it'd just be like silence on the phone.
Silence.
Because like,
was it the middle of the night?
No, but it was just like we weren't actually like gonna like do anything about it. It was just a fucking stupid.
So you were having phone sex?
No.
Oh, well then why were you quiet?
I'm just saying, like, it was quiet because we weren't actually like
there was
down
no
for the fucking cause. Like, so you know what I'm saying?
Call me right now, okay?
And then we'd be like, "Hey, so what are you doing?" And then it was dead ass silent afterwards because we had nothing to talk about.
So we're like,
okay. Silly.
Gotcha.
Anyway,
I feel like it was a lot of boys just like wanting to play 21 questions, and like it was fun.
Why did it always start with 21 questions?
Especially with like girlfriends, like if you had a sleepover and you're like, oh my god, what's his face wants to play 21 questions, everyone's like, here, let's play.
Y'all like fucking do it together, like
literally
it's one person who's saying this. Like it's like all these little girls putting their most sexual brain out and being like, okay, say this is like the sexiest thing you could ever fucking say.
Never having kissed a boy in their life,
literally having had your first kiss, period.
Haven't even held a hand. Ugh. Yeah, it was a lot of dumb questions. Like I don't think it was really like sexting because there was no conversation of sex.
It was always what size is your bra?
Yeah.
I'm in middle school. I'm like literally a cardboard box right now. It's
some
ridiculous.
Some of them weren't though.
Those blessed bitches, yeah.
Blessed bitches, yeah.
So it started with like boys pressuring you and playing 21 questions.
Yeah, and then it obviously escalates to, well,
you know,
once you actually like do the deed, you kind of get more information about what you can send back and forth.
But what do you mean doing the deed?
Like having sex. Like once you have sex, you have more information to
Did you sext before even knowing what like sex was like?
Because
I sure did, question. And I definitely didn't know what the fuck was happening.
But
I was like,
yeah,
this happened.
Honestly, I don't remember. Probably.
It's just like, why?
No, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yes.
Maybe maybe we both didn't get like the parts right, but like,
oh, they didn't care.
It was steamy.
They didn't care. They were happy with anything.
It was just like nonsense, dude.
I'm trying to think. What the fuck was I saying? Like, I think they would just take the lead and we'd be agreeable. Yeah, that sounds good. What's next?
yeah, like that was next.
And then what?
And then what got me right now? I was like triggered.
I
don't know what to say because it was too like you're like, and then what?
You were like,
but it like struck as a power move, and then what?
Yeah, it sounded dominant. And they're like, oh.
It'd be like, I do this and this too.
And then every once in a while, they'd be like, I don't like that. Something else. It's getting boring. Having no idea what I'm talking about, and they're like, oh, okay.
That's so fucking funny.
Just had a bad thought.
But then it does escalate, you're right, when...
Yeah, once you do the deed, you kind of get some ideas.
And then also, head. Like, there was, like, a surge after fucking 50 Shades of Grey. People were sending some crazy shit.
They would just send...
Which was not, in retrospect, like, it wasn't crazy, because knowing what BDSM is actually like... You're like, yeah, that's pretty mild, I guess. Like, not that it's my personal preference, but, like, it's mild compared to...
I've never seen it or read it. I remember, I remember my friend had like a going away party or something. He invited like everyone from our elementary school. Not everyone, I'm being so dramatic. Our good friends from elementary school. So like 6 of us or something, 7 of us. Co-ed, whatever. I think we're like 18 at this point. And probably 17. But anyways, we go to his like apartment, whatever. His mom's leaving, and we're all like, "Oh my god!" Sounds like we're gonna have a group orgy. We're not, I promise. But he's like, "Oh, my mom's reading this book. It was 50 Shades of Grey." I was like, "Oh, nice." So then he starts reading a chapter. I'm like, "What are you trying to do right now?" Like, we're all about to get in the jacuzzi. Like,
trying to make something.
He's literally trying to make
happening.
somebody connect something in there, and I was like, "It's not gonna be me. I'm good." But yeah, it's just very interesting experiences, like when you have co-ed things at that age.
Yeah. Everyone, it's like raging hormones. Everyone's just going at it.
It's also like in high school, you have a very limited pool of people.
Yeah.
So like you'll talk to anyone. Not literally.
That's true.
But like you'll talk to like the top 10 people in
Yes.
school. You're like, okay. Like if you reach out to
like
me,
all circulate. Like it's like
it's just a
it's a little wheel that
jacuzzi
spins.
wheel thing.
Yep.
Yeah, everyone just filters through the same people.
I mean, what else are you gonna do though? I mean, if you're like lucky, you like know somebody from another school.
Yeah, nobody.
I knew other people, but like not towards like maybe towards the end of high school.
And like not people I'd be like, "Oh, I'm gonna talk to you."
No, it'd be like maybe a casual flirt, and then be like, "That was crazy."
So weird. And then even like leaving high school, like people still hitting you up to like sext or whatever. It's like, didn't you go to college or like get a job or like move to a different state? Like you didn't meet new people? Like why are you talking to me again?
Like, why are you still running in these same circles?
Better yet, don't you have a girlfriend?
Oh, that part. Ooh. It's also for me personally. It was like, you didn't have an interest in me during high school. You clearly thought I was ugly or something. So
You were just
now
like,
you're the ugly one.
in some cases correct.
But no.
Some cases correct, yeah. In some other cases it's just like the chain of or the hierarchy of, high school. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't really know you. You were young.
You were young.
Okay, you know what? I think what like really guided some sexting is Tumblr.
Tumblr at
Tumblr-
the time.
It really was pushing an agenda.
The stuff I've like reblogged.
I follow that agenda.
Straight menace stuff.
No idea what I was talking about.
I was copying the whole time, or capping. Copying. I was capping the whole fucking time. Like I knew what I was doing.
It's dumb too because it was all for their pleasure or whatever. What'd we get out of it? Some giggles, I guess.
Some giggles and gags.
It's still entertaining, huh?
Yeah.
It's like flirting, but to the next level.
Yeah, definitely.
But like also you can't flirt like that if you want a boyfriend. And like it's only the first date or you haven't met them yet. I feel like you cannot sext prior to
Oh no.
maybe
Meeting?
like a third date. Like maybe you should not be doing that until you've gone on like a couple dates.
I think so too.
Because then it's just giving the
It's
wrong
also
idea.
like build attention, you know?
Build attention. I think
Yeah.
I said build attention. I was
No, build the tension.
Yeah, and it's not like a bad thing if you do it. Like, it could still end up well for you, but I would say just don't do it.
Fair enough.
I guess straight into nudes.
Yeah, why not?
There's a
Let me
lot.
just preface.
Oh, God.
Disclaimer. I'm not telling if you're underage, do not do this. Do not partake in sexting. Or, I mean, I guess that's the same thing. Can be the same thing. Do not send nudes. That is child pornography. Okay? You should not be spreading around. Participating in. Especially because you can get in a lot of trouble. Like, it bites you in the ass. Like, some people have gotten into deep shit.
Yeah. Unfair, I would say.
Unfair
for
deep
some
shit.
of it.
Yeah, because you think that respectfully someone's gonna keep that shit private, but boys are dumb. Literally so dumb.
Yes.
And they all share stuff for some reason. It's kind of weird.
Very weird. I will say it's unfortunate because like late high school, you're at this age where you want to like
Literally. Okay.
what do you think?
I don't know.
I was just gonna say like explore your sexuality and like yourself. So like taking photos like that and sharing them just feels like so adult, like so mature. And like at the end of the day, it's you don't really get any pleasure from it.
I mean,
you could, whatever, but like wishy-washy. But at the end of the day, at that age, you're really just like doing it for them or compliments or whatever. I feel like, because a lot of the time you're not doing it like, I just cannot wait to take this photo for you, unless you're like in a committed relationship with someone, I guess.
Yeah, but
it's hard.
Then, people are sketchy at that age, I gotta say.
I'm like, trust nobody, even your boyfriend.
Yeah, you're right. I feel like just at that age, it's just like, it's a little like we're all just a little underdeveloped in terms of like maturity.
Yeah.
And by that I mean like I said, like the boys will share shit and just like ruin the whole experience, but also you are probably not necessarily like sending
with the great intentions
for yourself.
Yeah.
It's like probably like seeking validation and all that.
Yeah.
And you don't deserve that.
When was your first nude that you sent? Like, do you remember?
I'm trying to think.
I don't think I remember. It had to be...
I feel like it was probably to my first boyfriend. I don't think I sent nudes before because it was scary to me. Because in 8th grade, it was like the end of freshman year, like, or beginning of sophomore year. And even then, it was like a... not yet, you know? Like, we had to be together for a while.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was very nervous. But I was too scared to do that because in 8th grade, I had gone to a summer camp where it was like an all-girls empowerment summer camp. And they did a lot of cool like activities with us. But one of the activities was
super cool.
a little sit-down like chit-chat lesson about nudes and how it's child pornography. And so I was like, I don't want to be a sex offender. I can get in a lot of trouble.
Scared you for a year.
Maybe 2. Let's say 2. But a good amount of time. And I was like, all right, well.
It at least made you be like, you have to wait. Which also probably helped you in the long run.
Yeah, no, but I gotta say, like, in the back of my head, I was always like, this could get, like, somewhere bad, you know?
Okay, but like...
Did it? I don't know.
Obviously.
I knew
the number one rule is your face isn't in it.
I think you're right. I didn't have my face in it.
Yeah. And like at that age, you don't have tattoos or anything.
No. So you're like bare-bodied.
It's like, who is it?
Also,
yes.
What the fuck was I flaunting? I was stiff as a board and flat as also a board. Like there was nothing going on. So, you know, maybe it wasn't even like worthy to share. Maybe like sharing to laugh at it. Maybe, you know?
Okay, relax.
But the athletes at my school were very gross like that. And they...
Athletes?
Yeah. And I dated an athlete. Oh. So, yeah.
It all started in middle school. So we cannot even pretend that these boys, I'm sorry, had any sense of etiquette, nude or sexting etiquette.
Wait, yours started in middle school?
No, I don't know when I sent my first one.
Oh. Do you remember who it was to?
No, I don't remember. Like, because my first boyfriend was junior year of high school. And I really don't remember if I sent him anything for a while.
Man, you
I really held out. I don't know why.
I think the first nudes I sent were like very mild. Like very mild. It was probably like me in my...
like a sports bra or something.
My sports bra and like gym shorts. You know?
Not sexy clothes.
Not sexy clothes. But I was like, I'm going to flaunt this.
So this is what I got.
He's like, what are you wearing? I said, this.
Like straight up realistic.
Literally.
Like this.
This.
Yeah, I don't... For sure, nudes were not, like, good.
No.
They were just whatever. And also, like, you don't know what you're even, like, what do they want? Like, you don't even know. You're just like, I'm just going to send, this is what's in the mirror.
That's also a thing. It's like, when they're asking, you're like, I've never even seen one.
You're like, a pic of what?
Like, what do you want to see?
Like, I would think I was traumatized to, like, be made fun of or, like, embarrassed. Because that's just what happened to a lot of people, and I was like, I don't want to do that.
I don't want to do that. Yeah. I think like once you learn about the repercussions, it gets really scary.
And I think I would ask a lot of questions like, so what was the pose? Like, what am I not supposed to do? Why were you making fun of them?
Yikes.
Yeah.
I think it was just like they were uncomfortable with the I don't know. I feel like just they're boys and they're dumb.
They just wanted something like so vanilla. No, I don't know.
Speaking of not so vanilla,
What's not so vanilla?
I really escalated
You need to tell this story.
The caliber of my nudes, which I don't really have. I don't put this much effort. It was like fake. It was not fake effort, but it was like effort that I just literally did not need to put in. You know what I mean?
For these dummies.
I was really making myself like look like a...
They probably kept them
like
gonna frame them and
like
shit.
literally like the centerfold of Playboy or some shit.
That's where you got your inspo.
I was putting effort in, I gotta say.
That's hilarious.
It's funny to just like think that like now I don't even like...
Zero effort.
I literally don't do shit. I don't even take nudes anymore, I think.
That's hilarious.
Or haven't in a while.
I mean, when you're in a relationship, you definitely take less.
Yeah.
And
That's
if you live together, it's also like...
You already see me naked every day.
But it's also like, if there was like a vacation, like if you're ever apart, that would be the time.
Yeah, definitely. But the caliber of nudes.
Yeah, please. So there was like a nude locker man, if you will, right?
Oh my god. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. A big reason of why you should be careful who you send things to is because I knew somebody who somehow collected a lot of people's nudes.
Creepy.
Yeah, I think looking at it now, I'm like, that was like a weird move.
Like what?
And like a lot of them, I don't think were even ones that he was sent, like it was sent personally to him. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So like that's how I know that people fucking share shit, and it's weird. Like, why are you sending? I always thought the concept of like sending your girlfriend's nudes to your friends was really weird.
Yeah, like what do you want them to say? Like, damn, your girl's hot. Okay.
But also like, why would you want them to see that? That's weird.
Yeah, it's weird. 100%.
I don't know. But yeah, when I found out that he had like a file of probably, and literally, I would want to say like not every girl in our school, but like
oh my god,
a lot of the girls,
like hundreds of photos,
and I saw a lot of them.
Really?
I was shown the folder, and
what an invasion of privacy weird for him. Like, to do that.
Yeah, totally. It was really weird.
Like, why are you flaunting? Also, like, why is he showing you? Like, what do you care? I mean, obviously, it's like, oh my god, tea, blah, but like...
But it just made me think, like, do you have some of mine? You know? Like...
I mean...
Are mine in that folder? I never got to know for sure, but reason I think that he did see them was because, like I said, my nude caliber was just really high. I should have got paid for those fucking photos is what that felt like. Long story short, whoever I was seeing at the time would send me like cryptic messages. This sounds so
But you guys weren't
weird.
together?
No, because it was dumb and I just don't want to get into it. But anyway, he'd send me cryptic messages about like him thinking of me, or just like, you know, that kind of thing.
It's like subtweet.
It's like subtweeting, but it was just like in an artsy way or whatever. Anyway, so this person ended up drawing a nude that I sent them and posted on their Instagram. I mean, obviously.
Is this there?
No, I wish. I screenshot it, and I think it might be in my Google Photos somewhere. I hope. Hilarious. I don't know. But they put it on their Instagram, and I remember screenshotting it and sending it to the friend who had the file. And I was like, this is so annoying and so weird that he's doing this. Like, that's me. And he's like, what did he say? I think he just said something like, I think he asked like, oh, that's you. And then he said, well, yeah, like you have really artsy nudes or something. And I was like, huh? I don't remember exactly what he said, but it was just very like telling of like maybe something's going on here. Like maybe I'm in that fucking folder.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Why are people sending another random person nudes that aren't for you?
That's what I'm saying. Like
do men still do that?
Not even men. Boys are weird. If men still do that, I don't. Like, are you guys having like a group message and like y'all are jacking off at the same time? Fucking weirdos.
Sexting each other.
Basically.
They basically are.
Like, it's literally like the woman's just like the object, but y'all are fucking bonding over something that turns you on. Isn't that kind of weird?
I do. Those are real things, I think. Like the jerk circle thing.
I think those are real. Like, I'm gay, but like that's a little gay if you're not going for that. You know what I mean? It's a little gay.
That's not what you're going for. Like touching each other. Like not like just being physically close to each other while doing it is like a little.
It's a little much. But yeah, It was just on another
That's
level.
upsetting on a lot of levels. I feel like I remember like one guy I dated, he opened a Snapchat and his cousin sent like him like not hooking up, like not like that, but like right after they hooked up, like this girl getting dressed on the end of the bed. And I was like, one, why would you send that to your cousin who's in a relationship?
It's also just like, what kind of trophy is that? That's weird.
And two, yeah, I think he cheated. Like, I think he had a girlfriend at the time, and I think he was cheating on her. So it's like, what's the brag? Men are weird.
Men are really weird. Very strange creatures for that.
Anyways,
I'm telling you, it's giving... The male gaze is giving a little gay. And that's okay.
it's giving.
But let's just, like, call it what it is, you know?
They are kind of just really portraying this, like, wanting men to also be like, yeah.
The thing is, I mean, this could be a whole other episode.
The male gaze.
The male gaze.
Yeah.
But, like, men tend to, like, emotionally and, like, spiritually connect to each other. At least in our society. And then just use women for sexual pleasure. But it's kind of like you're in a relationship with your bros, you know?
But they don't
It's gay.
I mean, some of them... I don't know.
But then that's why, like, men who, like, fit the more, like, female gaze are a lot more sexier to women because they actually, like, are emotionally and, like, spiritually connected to women.
Men,
you know what I
by
mean?
Women.
Yeah, it's like Harry Styles, Jacob Elordi, fucking...
Whoever else.
Whoever else. I can't think right now. But, like, literally those men are the ones that women tend to find attractive. And it's like... Again, like, people, like, I know there's, like, this whole thing about, like, Pete Davidson and, like, Machine Gun Kelly being, like, hot right now. And it's because, like, they fit the more female gaze. And it's, like, literally... They're funny. I mean, at least for Pete Davidson, he's a funny guy. He's scrawny as hell. Like, there should, as like, his physical appearance, like, doesn't have to do with anything with, like, being a man, you know, like a strong man who goes to the fucking gym and, like, eats a bunch of meat. I don't know. But, like, he doesn't fit that. And so, like, maybe, like, put two and two together, guys. You know what I mean?
Leans the female gaze.
But, yeah, I don't know.
That is a whole other topic. Male versus female gaze.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
We'll have to have another episode on that. Other than that, nudes.
I don't know, man. I just have that one in my head of mine that I...
So creative. I guess, like...
So creative. What's that quote? I got the mind of a master. Oh my god, I'm so creative. Have you ever seen that one? Oh, okay, anyway.
No idea what that is, but hopefully someone does. Well, I guess, like, leaning off of sending nudes in, like, personal... relationships, which I think we're not done with that topic in general, but like OnlyFans has turned like nudes
into like a profitable business.
Yeah.
Which I think also is the part that like is very like like I feel like younger and younger like now want to do.
It's normalized.
It's more normalized, and I think the age group of like when you start to take nudes is getting like younger.
You also
and younger.
get a phone younger.
Yeah, and it's kind of scary because like now not only do these girls see that you can make money off of like your body and selling photos and videos of your
from
body
your house with your parents not knowing.
Yeah, that's scary. It's just like it's creating a weird like paradigm, I guess.
I guess you do have to be 18. Like they have restrictions and, you know, verifications and stuff.
Definitely. But you can probably do shit like on Twitter and stuff and like, you know,
like get Venmos.
I just definitely feel like pornography is getting a lot easier to disperse.
Yeah, and I feel like it's just like so normalized that you're kind of expected to do that,
or it's like they just turned 18 and then they like full blown
like,
go into it.
Face? Don't remember her name, but yeah, nudes and sexting. It's just like, what a topic. I feel like maybe in Glowing Hour we'll talk about like some protocol
on how to take them.
Protocol on taking them, sending them, and also just like sexting in general. I don't got
any tips.
I
mean, maybe you do, Sam. I don't know. I mean, I guess we both have some information to share in that regard, but I don't know. I was in a long distance relationship, so things had to get creative.
COVID also made
COVID
things
make
get
things creative.
real interesting. So we'll talk about that in Glowing Hour. See y'all there. And we're back.
Welcome back.
We're drinking Topo Chico with a chamoy rim.
Surprise, surprise.
Nothing crazy. The chamoy got me.
It's so good.
I went from coffee to chamoy.
That's a tough transition.
Yeah. Well, I guess let's talk COVID and long distance. Why not? From personal experiences.
Yeah. I don't even know where to start with that.
I don't even know how much I want to divulge.
That's what I'm saying. You know, it becomes like a whenever you can get that nude in, you send it. You know? It's also like in excitement of seeing the other person, at least for like long distance, or I guess COVID too, because it's like long distance kind of, because like, you know,
it's like never see ya.
Yeah, it's kind of like the lead up to like seeing them again.
Not
to say like protocol is like to do it a few days before, but it's just like you just send it when you send
checklist 3 days before you see them.
Send
one like this. Day prior, send one like this. No. Yeah, there's like a lot. I just feel like there's more than nudes.
Yeah, which is why I only said nudes, because there's so much to that.
The layers. I love you guys, but I'm not sure I'm willing to like get into the nitty gritty of that. It seems a little personal.
Also, when you have like 12 listeners, it's just not.
It's like, who's relating?
No one cares right now.
Long story short, there's more that you can do in addition to nudes. For example,
now, something that we didn't have when we were kids. The whole there's like FaceTime available. It's not even just pictures and texting anymore.
That's why it's scary for these kids, right?
Yeah, there's full on like phone sex has a whole new meaning now, you know? You can just call
Have you ever no. Do we do it? Do we share it?
If you share, I'll share.
If you show me yours, I'll show you
mine.
I was just gonna say, have you ever done that with a computer? It has its challenges, I'll say.
You've done it with a computer.
To carry, you know? I think I have. No, I have. It's all
like
about
what,
angles.
on Skype?
It's FaceTime, but
like recent.
I haven't met. No,
more recently.
What do you mean recent?
I said more recently.
Like 2020.
Is it because you needed your phone for some reason? Like, why didn't you use your phone?
We were watching a movie on my computer, so we were FaceTiming on the computer.
Netflix and chill, whole new level.
Netflix and chill via COVID.
Yeah, even with the phone, I feel like it's about the angles and gotta put it.
I don't
in
like
a
it.
certain plate. It's a lot of work.
I feel like it's not enjoyable.
I think you're just like in your head the whole time because you're trying to figure out
like, how do I hold it? Where's the angle?
How do I like not look so crazy?
Can I see you? Can you see me?
Yeah. It was a lot.
There was a lot of that situation. Long distance or COVID.
It's just a very integral, I think at least for me, it was a very integral part. Integral?
Integral.
Integral. I don't think that's the right word.
I don't know.
Integral.
Yeah.
It's a very important part of like how to connect
via long distance.
Yeah, for long distance. Although it's like not the most enjoyable thing to do, I feel like it's something, you know?
It's a story to have too.
I think also like I think also like now being in the relationship that had that like long distance and now we're no longer long distance. I fucking can't talk.
Now we're short distance.
Literally right next to me. But I feel like you get to realize how much like effort you put into like talking to someone and like I don't know. You know?
It's kind of interesting. I wonder if people came out of COVID like it's not like over, I guess technically, but came out of the like intense restrictions of COVID feeling like super connected to people that they like maybe like you could call it trauma bonding.
Yeah.
A little bit with like some of these conversations. But I will say while I was single, it felt like high school.
Raging.
It just felt like high school. And these guys on dating apps were just straight to the punch, man.
Where did you meet them?
Like dating apps. What do you
But
mean?
which one?
Probably like Bumble. I don't think I was on Tinder.
I was gonna say Tinder.
Tinder was like you're just
Straight to the
asking.
point, like in the opening conversation.
Correct. What are you looking for?
Anyway.
Yeah, a lot of high school type conversations, just being like, what you doing? There's nothing to do when you were like trapped in your home, and people got really creative. That's all I'm gonna say. Protocol. Let's just jump to protocol.
Don't put your face in it. Number 1.
Yes, that is the number 1 rule. Do not have your face in it. Honestly, even if it's your boyfriend or girlfriend or long-term partner, whatever it is, like,
Yeah. Phones get hacked. Do you not remember Vanessa Hudgens?
ooh, that's true. I've definitely sent some with my face. I feel like
Same. That one I was talking about earlier, my face was in it, kinda. Like you could tell it was me, but
Yeah.
they thankfully didn't draw my face. So
How gracious.
how gracious of them.
Probably can draw faces, that's all.
Yeah, they can.
Dang it. Number 2 rule. I don't know. I feel like there's like unspoken rules, and then there's also just like free game.
Like what?
Like, I guess what are the elements to a nude? What you're wearing, the pose,
The angle.
lighting, angles.
Are we going for like me, like an artistic mood, or what's going
Who's
on?
the creative director?
It's always gonna be you, unless
Actually,
actually.
I have some of my best nude photos taken by somebody else. Oh, actually, it's not you. I'm so sorry.
Rude.
We had a creative art day moment. But yeah, no, they're in Ojai. If you know me, you already know. But they were really cute. Like, it was the Airbnb was just a moment. It was her. Like, if I could make a TikTok, I so would. Ladies and gentlemen.
her. And it's like your nudes.
It's just my nudes. Oh my fucking god. I wish I could. Like, just blur them all out. Super blurry. Sometimes you're not the... Honestly, I was still the creative director.
You still told
They
them
just
what to
point
do.
and shoot.
Point
That's all
and
they
shoot.
did.
That's all you do.
I feel like also like nudes are so taboo and it's like dirty, you know?
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
Which like I personally feel like it's a way to like express and just like it's fun. Like it's fun to do. It's like silly, artsy, and technically nobody has to see them. But when you have a moment to show someone, it's like, yeah.
That's what's going on.
I did that.
Yeah. That's very true. I do think that like it's funny though, because I feel like everyone really does it, and if you don't, I mean, you know, you're like the very small percentage of people don't, but like everyone does it, but at the same time everyone like not necessarily is like shameful, but like everyone's scared for it to get like, you know,
Scene.
unseen.
It depends on the degree of said nude photo. Like I said, there's different poses. I guess like location also. Like, are you in your bathroom? Are you
at the
bed? Are you at
beach?
the beach? Yeah, I just think there's a lot going on there that could be upsetting for the world to see.
Yeah, I personally don't think any of mine are upsetting. Like I said, creative vision. I said if mine are gonna get leaked, it's gonna be an art form. It is what it is. Maybe not so much some other ones.
That's what I'm saying. There's some that are like, I don't need the world to see that. If you catch my drift.
Yep.
There's just some things the world doesn't need to see. And if someone was to hack my phone and leak those, I would literally die. Fall on the floor, pass out, quit, never being on this podcast.
Is it like
ever
Noah
again.
Centintino vibe?
Oh,
Like a level of bad?
Noah. If you guys don't know, that video is him literally
Just
tugging.
tugging hard.
Stop. Anyways, now we were too graphic, and if I say yes, it's gonna sound really bad.
It's a yes. It's a yes.
Look, okay, let's talk sex tapes too then, while we're at it.
Uh-huh.
I want to know. We talked about in the last week's episode, like, delete your ex's nudes, it's weird.
The hard swallow was like...
Like, did y'all keep those?
That is something I ask myself every once in a while when I think about it.
Every once in a while. Something I ponder on, think about. It's like so fun when you're being like the cool girl. And you're like, yeah,
I'll do that.
and then you break up and you're like,
What'd you do with that?
Like, I'm gonna need your phone to delete some things real quick. But you're not thinking about that when you're angry or sad and you're breaking up.
No. I don't think that my face was in those things. I hope not.
Girl, I really hope they're gone.
I hope that they deleted them and were like, yeah, it doesn't matter. I don't care about this bitch anymore. You know, like, I hope that was the sentiment.
Yeah.
It's troublesome.
It would literally be embarrassing. Because it's like...
Oh, God.
So many reasons. For so many reasons, it'd be embarrassing.
Yep.
So, if you're like us, maybe moving forward, don't be the cool girl. Just be the
If anything, have it on your...
POV.
Your POV.
I don't want to hold the camera.
I don't want it either.
Just
Put a tripod right above you.
Men want the POV though. They want their...
The male gaze. There it is again. So I shared the pose that was in that photo.
Girl, I tried that. It was hard.
You tried it?
Yeah, it was really hard.
It was difficult.
Well, I also had nothing to like prop anything on. So
You
I
have
was
a
like,
tripod.
oh, it was too much work.
Like, walk downstairs, grab it, come back up.
Yeah, it was too much.
It has to be like at a dresser level. Like, it can't be like at your window. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, it
it's
can't
too
be an
high.
above shot. It has to be like an under shot.
Anyways, poses. I think an undershot is always a winner.
It's always flattering.
Oh,
Makes
'cause you
things
look-
look enlarged.
Big at the bottom,
Little at the
snatched
top.
at the top. Like I live for that angle. Leaning on something, or like,
Oh, I see what you're saying.
well, it depends, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
Leaning and like,
The arch. Is that what you're trying to say?
yeah, I cracked my neck. Heels are a moment depending on what you're doing.
What you're going for?
Lingerie is obviously a win, especially if you're like not trying to do full nudity. I personally don't like those as much as with clothes, because clothes just adds a layer, you know?
It's like an actual photo shoot.
Yes, it's like you're never gonna guess.
Yeah. I agree. I think in my nudes that I actually have sent in the past, they were all, I mean, when I was in high school and stuff, I feel like I always covered the main areas.
Yeah.
Like, I was naked, but
It's like honestly the same as a bathing suit. I was looking at one that I took 2020 Valentine's Day. COVID. Done. I was fucking just getting drunk. I was like, whatever. It's fucking Valentine's Day. I'm gonna have a photo shoot.
period.
So I took some of the best pics and I was like, damn, I was skinny. I was starving after a breakup. Literally, I was. And I was like, my body dysmorphia was so real because I was like, you literally look like a fat bitch.
Sam.
No, I thought they were really good. but I think in the moment I was probably like, like, you need to do this, like, which is why posing in angles is everything. But
Totally.
I'm like, this is literally like me in a bathing suit. Like, I could literally post these, but will I? No, because everyone knows it's underwear. And for some reason that's like an issue.
Yeah.
Even though it's the same as my bathing suits.
That's weird. Why can't we post
Just
both?
because it's lace instead of fucking
Yeah.
neoprene.
But it's also like the layer of like,
Intent?
you took them versus like it being for like a publication. You know what I mean?
Oh, the layer of like, this wasn't for everyone to see.
No. Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Especially if that's not like your thing, you know what I mean? Because I feel like,
Like on
people
social media or whatever.
definitely
Oh, yeah.
post in lingerie and it's fine.
Just like, don't send nudes to people who don't deserve it.
It's like one or the other for me. It's like either just send them to the person who is actually going to care for them or just post them.
Oh,
You know?
I thought the other was going to be, or just like fuck around and send them to a bunch of people.
Definitely don't do that part. Just
Okay.
post it 'cause then it's on your own, like it's on your own terms that it's out in the world.
If you're scared that it's going to get out, yeah. Imagine being a celebrity and being like, look, you really can't send this to anyone. Like, how do you make sure? Like, you can't.
You can't. You literally can't.
I'd be so cryptic. I'd be face tuning out my tattoos if I had any. The background's blurry. I'm like, nobody's gonna know who that is.
You're like, I don't know.
I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is.
Yeah. Also, just like be careful what you put on the internet because it's forever. And, you know, the time machine does exist. So I will leave that as my final thought.
Yeah, I'm not really sure we covered anything at this point.
I don't think that this episode was informational. I don't
think it was supposed to be informational. Yeah. Maybe just
hope there was something in here that was
made you giggle
a little.
Oh, another tip. Have a hidden folder. Apple literally made it for you.
Yep. There's
one in your phone ready to go. You don't gotta download no stupid calculator app. It's ready to go.
A calculator app?
Yeah, people were sneaky. Let me tell you. No one did it to me. No one snuck around on me on that because I knew. Well, maybe they did, honestly. I don't fucking know. I wasn't going through phones. To a degree.
Interesting.
But, yeah. I remember in high school, guys would be like, oh, yeah, the calculator app. No. So funny. I definitely had some in high school because I had an app that was like, oh my god, this is so funny. I had an app, whatever it was, like a calculator or something, and I would give my phone to like guys in class because they'd be like, can I see your phone? I'd be like, okay. But the gag is that I would take a photo when you would try to log into the app. So there's pictures of them like trying passwords, trying to get into my fucking app.
So, like, it was, like, known that this app exists for girls and, like...
Well, for anyone.
But, like, girls would use it.
Or guys.
It was, like, they all just... So they were trying to log into your shit.
It was so funny. 2 different dudes in my Spanish class. And they would be... It's just their face, like, real close to the phone.
Did you confront them?
Nah. Because I didn't get in.
That's so funny.
But I should have, huh? I should have been like, why are you trying to get into my... There's clearly a password.
Why are you trying passwords?
Not for you. Also, what were they trying? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Something 1, 1, 1. Stupid. 1, 1, 1. 0, 0, 0, 0.
I don't know what my password was, but that's hilarious. I wonder what they were back then. I don't think I have any from under 18.
Good for you.
I think the first photo in my hidden camera roll, I thought it was my first like nude photo, but it's definitely not. But it's really funny. It's just like volleyball shorts.
Oh.
And like this little bra, whatever. And like I'm just standing there. That's not my face though. But it's so funny. Memories. I was skinny though. I was like,
girl,
that's like the main reason I keep them all. I'm like, just to remember.
You were so skinny.
You were so skinny, queen. Talking to myself. You looked so good. But then I like remember that a lot of the time it was just angles. Because I'll even look back on like recent ones and I'll be like, that was like 2 months ago. You didn't look like that. Fucking liar. Men. We didn't even talk about men sending nudes. They shouldn't.
Don't send unsolicited things.
Yes, do not send unsolicited photos or videos especially. I have gotten so many from one particular person, videos that were so horrendous I wanted to throw up. Even as a girl, don't send unsolicited. I mean, I'm sure maybe they'll be received differently. I mean, unsolicited depend, like, if it's your boyfriend or whatever, and you're like, hey, like, don't open this at work. Whatever. Fun.
Oh my god, do you remember, like, when you would send
what?
A nude with, like, the effect where you had to, like...
Erase?
Not erase, like, you had to, like, move, like, the sparkles from the thing. Do you not know that?
I kind of remember that, but I don't think I did.
Like, it's on iMessage, like, you would send it with, like hidden with, like, sparkles, and then you would have
I'm gonna
like,
do that. That's such a good idea. Genius.
Apple knew what they were doing with that feature.
All in all, send nudes at your own discretion. Sext at your own discretion. That could be shared with the world one day, but honestly, like, if it is, we shouldn't be so ashamed about it anymore.
We're all like sexual creatures, I guess.
And it's also like if someone's gonna share something personal and intimate, it's just like, it's literally revenge porn.
Right.
Which is illegal and wrong. Just remember that. And anyways, not to be sad about it. Have fun with it.
Have a good time. Make it a creative moment. I mean, for the nude part, I don't know about this. You can get real creative with that. I mean,
you could, yes, for sure.
Yep.
Just be careful what you're doing, what your intentions are. I feel like there's a lot of ways to just get wrapped up in it and be like, hee hee, but really you're just like hiding something real deep down.
Yeah.
Hopefully this episode was interesting. Not sure what we even shared at the end of the day, but hopefully it was interesting to listen to. If not, give us some episode suggestions. We really love creating content here. So if you give us some shit you want to hear exactly, then that'll help us a ton.
Yeah. We're really not like afraid of any topic really within like
at this point.
Art. That too, but I was gonna say within like
within our comfort zone.
Our comfort zone. But anyway, give us some suggestions and we'll probably film it.
Yes. Follow us on Instagram. We always have some shit going on over there. Also, our accountability group is still going. Follow us, give us likes. Just keep us feeling supported out here.
And we'll support you if you want to join in on the conversation.
Correct. Especially in that group. So hopefully you join us. We will see you guys next week.
Bye.